We gather as a mindful community of inquiry. O God, open our hearts and minds.
We find ourselves in a difficult time, having to do and endure difficult things. How have others faced challenging times then and now? Well, we persist. In August of 2019, a group of the Campbell Hall community, students, faculty, and staff, came together to discuss how to recognize the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage in the United States. What has changed? What hasn't changed? Who worked and is working to ensure every person eligible to vote can? How did they motivate themselves? How did they stay motivated when it appeared daunting, uncertain, and often impossible? We collaborated to produce a celebratory, inclusive, and honest look at women's voting rights. It would have included live music, an honoring of work done, and a call to action, which was scheduled for March 19th, 2020. That was not to be. May it be in the future, and this is a preview of that future chapel. We persist.
Let us pray. Blessed Sister, Holy Mother, Spirit of the fountain, Spirit of the garden, suffer us not to mock ourselves with falsehood. Teach us to care and not to care. Teach us to sit still, even among these rocks. Our peace in God's will, and even among these rocks, Sister, Mother, and Spirit of the river, Spirit of the sea, suffer me not to be separated, and let me cry, Come unto thee. Amen.
It comes unadorned, like a phrase. Strong enough to cast a spell, it comes unbidden, like the turn of sun through hills or stars in wheels of song. The jeweled feet of women dance the earth, arousing it to spring. Shoulders broad as road bend to share the weight of years. Profiles breach the distance and toward an ordinary kiss. Bliss. It comes naked into the world like a charm.
Here's a little historical context. The 19th Amendment was passed by Congress on June 4th, 1919, and made into law August of 1920. The amendment afforded some women political power over 130 years after the nation's founding. The current public perception of the drive for women's votes envisions a small, determined group of women who persisted against the odds until men finally gave them the vote. Nothing could be further from the truth about a mass movement that encompassed the lives of several generations of women who employed sophisticated political strategies and developed brilliant, politically savvy, charismatic leaders who often disagreed. The passage of the 19th Amendment was not brought on by a singular event or an individual or a group. Instead, it was women and their allies working together for decades and spanning the turn of a century who fought and won the constitutional right in a very difficult time. They persisted. The history of women's suffrage is not perfect. It was not always inclusive, with much of the spotlight given to women of privilege who had the resources to have prominent positions in the movement. For every one of these women, there were hundreds of thousands of other unsung heroines who served with no thanks or credit. But they were all strong, powerful women who fought for what they believed in. Many were beaten, jailed, force-fed through their hunger strikes, pushed off by president after president, but they persisted. Their struggle was long and difficult, and it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the realization that these were, at the time, seemingly ordinary women, like you and me, who did extraordinary things against the odds. It also made us wonder how many women we know today who will be reflected in the history of tomorrow for their important work as champions for justice and equality. We persist. We share with you a preview of that chapel, so you can hear and see some of the work already done. However, there is still more work to do. What will be your contribution, even in difficult times? How shall we persist?
Hear me roar, numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend. Yes, I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor. No one's ever gonna keep look how much I've gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman. You can bend but never break me, 'cause it only serves to make me more determined to achieve my final goals. And I come back even stronger, not a novice any longer, 'cause you deepen the conviction in my soul. But yes, I am wise, and it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I've gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, and I am strong, and I am invincible, but I am strong, and I am invincible, and I am woman.
I will vote.
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 I will vote. And you should too. If you are 16 or older, you can register or pre-register at vote.org. We can make a change in our lifetime if we come together, stir up good trouble, speak our minds, and vote. A big thank you to Miss Blakeney, Miss Malone, Miss Chanel, Miss Klein, the members of Women's Rights Club, and my fellow seniors who contributed. You inspire me every day.
Go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.